Wait, one second, mate, you're recording? I should be recording now. Sorry, I was just looking at my keyboard there. I realised it was quite dusty. It has been quite dusty, season of recently. Let me turn my fan around. Let me move those juggle boops. Yes, they're boops that you juggle. They're pretty good stress balls. There we go. Alright. So, hello and welcome back to some incredible Golden Age episode. You know what, I cannot remember, what episode it is. But hopefully you are all doing alright and staying safe. So, in today's episode, well, also we do need to go and work on, getting a lot of green wool. I tell you, green wool is so helpful for doing hidden lighting. And you can see so many torches around my world that I just really want to cover up. Sadly, we do not have moss, yet, in this, 1.12.2 world. So, the best that we can do is green carpets. The classic style of doing it. Alright. But not the worst, I tell you. Not the worst. We'll also have to try and figure out some new techniques. New techniques as well as we go along. Let's take Gary. Wee. For half a second there I did think, we were going over the bridge, but no. We built the staircase last episode. I'm not very sure on the... Actually, I was going to go and work on Singy today, but I just gained the idea that I got from our desert place, Massalden. Alright, let me grab a bunch of those. Wait 1 second. I've got an idea and that's what we're going to roll with for now. Let me go and break these fences here. Bruh, I've been wanting to change HRT providers. I'm like fairly certain this other provider sells it a bit cheaper than the current provider I'm in. Have you phoned them up and asked them about it? Like, do they sell it cheaper? They'll probably say like, oh no, we don't do that, and then they actually do that. But depends on the pricing, I tell you, it really does. Sometimes they like to hike it up. Sometimes they like to hike it up. I forgot about that hole being down there. No, I need to. And this is in the US, so I got to go through my insurance and such. Oh, pain, I tell you, pain. I feel it radiate off of that. Yeah, I'm just joking. But yeah, that is, tough. But definitely you could probably get it cheaper, probably. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Whenever I work on like a build project, I get distracted. There we go. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. There we go. We always get distracted when you see I will say, one thing that I used to say back in the older episodes was it would not be one of my videos if I did not get distracted. And that still cracks me up to this day. Alright, I think I might have to do this a block. Certain ones you have to do blocks, certain ones you don't. There we go. But hopefully, it does not take you too long to swap, What? Oh, there we go. Too long to swap your, what's it called, HRT provider. So, it would probably take a long time, Getting distracted is just wait. It's just too much fun? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I do kind of feel like, I'm making a mistake here. For this bit I could just make it, you know, like that, yeah. It looks a little bit rougher on top, but I could just add slabs if I, you know, eventually get tired of it. I don't think it would take too long to swap providers. Well, what you doing now? Go! Quick! It may, like, what time is it for you? Like, oh, it's probably very late, but you know, at the same time, you know, be there 1 minute past their opening time. Make them suffer. It's 12 AM for me, lol. Oh, wait. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out times, you know. Well, I guess it would be pretty good, you know, time to call them now. And I can't do it right now. I don't have time. Ah. Time, I tell you. Time stops us from achieving everything. You must change your HFT provider. You must. You must. Actually, that's not looking too bad, right? I don't feel like that bit would be nice. Wait 1 second. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking that bad at all. We're actually made quite a nice bit to this. I just realized that, you know, should I go for an extra bit going down here? Or should I move this back? Like this. Let me go like that. And go like that. Yeah, that would look a little bit nicer, wouldn't it? That would look a little bit nicer. I'm trying to think of a good way of making this look a little bit... Yeah, that would look a little bit nicer. There we go. And just go like that. Like that. Like that. And then I could do this here. Yeah, that actually looks not that bad. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's actually looking quite nice. That's actually looking quite nice. So I do feel like adding little top bits onto it. But then I feel like it does not really match in certain areas. Maybe just on the corners. Like I could just look around like that. Yeah, that does look a little bit nicer. Or maybe I could break this one altogether here and just make it flat out. Making it more airy. Yeah, that would look a little bit nicer. Ooh. Ooh. Now, I can either keep that or I could make it go fully air out. Yeah, that's actually looking a little bit nicer. Amazing builder, I am jealous. As I told you before, Pi, it's imagination. Imagination is key. You can do whatever you know, are able to, basically. By just using your imagination. Imagination is key, as I will always say. If you're doing a build project like this, like, you can draw it down, like, you know, take a pencil, think of the best architect. You can even like draw down build projects. Like I have a book that I currently use for the secondary device, and it has a lot of the build projects that you have seen in the series. Like our Bridge Master Temple. that I will be reconstructing soon. I do want to rebuild it. I'm actually thinking about turning it, to face this direction. I think that would look a little bit nicer. But I plan on rebuilding this and making it a little bit larger. And actually, if I do turn it, it would actually work very well, actually, yeah. We got the clay pool project that's down in the underground area, the deep, lush caves. To be honest, though, I use my imagination in my job, so I'm fine with not using my brain after work. That's understandable, but imagination is really key. You have bad dreams and all that. Like, if you do have bad dreams and all that, but dreams are created by yourself as well. Like, you have a fear that day, obviously your brain will, sorry, I'm looking at this, there's still one left to, grow. Obviously your brain will use, fears that you've had that day, and create something that would, make you fearful. Like, oh, you were scared of that spider one day, obviously you have like a dream about a spider, or something. Your brain just takes little details and smashes something together. I think my brain's very mad at me because, a lot of the time, dreams, are what I want. I'll demand this. You must deliver. You did not deliver, how could you? You gave me a dream that I could not, remember. But I could only see glimpses of. How could you? Yeah, I do want to remodel this bit right here. I like this area that we've constructed here so far. But I do feel like maybe bringing down the floor would be nicer. That could work. Water scorpion. That is just Drakion. Drakion? Yeah, Drakion likes playing in the water recently. It's not the worst thing for them, it's just that's what they do now. They've just been in this area now because it's basically a little prison for them, but don't tell them that. And they've just been chilling here for the last while. Well, at least they enjoy the water. Yay. They enjoy the water. They've been here for quite some time, just playing in the water. You know what I'm going to need? That. There we go. There we go. Alright. I will be bringing down this floor this episode. I looked at the floor and then I instantly thought, I need to bring this down. If I bring it down, I can reinforce the roof over here to fix a lot of the problems that we're having, like accidentally drilling into the roof. A lot of this area that you do see here, you can actually see imprinted on the outside. And I do want to later, get rid of that imprint. So that's hopefully what we're going to do eventually. Also, some ancient gravel here from the early days building this thing. Crazy to think that, you never realize when something's, become old until, like, you're mining up, like, floor and you find, like, ancient, like, build that you did ages ago. That's always, like, a fun time, I tell you. I should really get a... what do you call it? Should really get a shovel. Shouldn't I? Yeah, I think I might head upstairs. Wait 1 second. We'll head upstairs, we'll go make ourselves a shovel. There we go. We'll make ourselves a shovel that we can put silk touch on. There we go. Onwards. Onwards. I do want to fix up the hallways very soon. So a lot of the hallway I will be renovating. Primarily areas that I can easily renovate. I might have to like move rooms around. So who knows, I might actually remove our enchanting room and change it into, something else. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, I totally forgot about it. Oh, poop, my water's across the room. Let me stretch. There we go. Wait 1 second. I'd meant to hydrate yesterday, well not yesterday, last episode. So, At least I hydrate now. Yeah, that should be good. There we go. We got a powerful shovel. There you then, Enchanting Plus mod is really great. It's not very good in the newer updates. Newer one kinda sucks. But in 1.12.2 it just works very well. Like, I have the levels, I just don't want to go through like 50 different, you know, book enchantings to get the book that I want. That'd be like way too painful. Alright, now I can easily just pick up this. There we go. I'll also grab all of that then. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not looking too bad. Alright. Well, I need to put this in the backpack for now. I guess I could make it go down like that, maybe. Yeah, that would look a little bit nicer. It's kind of like a drawn out effect. Yeah. That is kind of what we're wanting there. Alright. So, let's go and start breaking away this lore. What we're creating here will be a big change for this area. I think I might actually take it 2 blocks down. Does mean that we're kinda under the water ring then, by 1 block. That being where that glowstone is. But that does not really matter. Plus, I think that means we could work on this area very soon. This area has kinda not had anything done with it. We do have the furnace room made out of very lot of furnaces. I was supposed to put lava up here, but we never did actually put the lava up there. I have these furnaces over here. I would really love to renovate the furnace room and turn it into something else. Eventually, hopefully. But I just have no ideas on it. And then with the furnace room, I would love to turn it into... well, not turn it into something else. But I want to take the furnace room and turn it into a thing that can be placed somewhere else. Because my words just do not want to work there. Why a room full of furnaces? That room costed me like so much cobblestone that I think I ran out of cobblestone at one point. But it was just an idea that I had. It was just an idea that I had. I don't understand where I got it from. Was it Ethel's lab? I'm not sure. I had an idea, you know, of doing this, and then, you know, I eventually did it. And also, this torch is in the wrong area. It's supposed to be there. Sorry, I accidentally opened up the thing, and then I just went wee that way. All right. So, oh. Dang, I went super deep in the floor there. Oop. Meant to actually grab that there, but you know, did not want to go into my pocket. There we go. So with renovating this area, that does also mean that I get to renovate the roof a bit. So we'll probably have to make a little cross patch work and work on the roof, improving it a bit. Now for this entrance area, that's a very hard choice. I think I can do a pillar thing. I feel like pillars, you know, having it like what we have now, but having like, you know, a nice pillar in between each of these bits. I feel like that's a possibility there. Also, grab my pink shulker. And then I'll just start shoving my stone in there. There we go. Put that in there. Grab all of that. Spur of the moment kind of thing. It kinda was. It kinda was. But it was very early on in the series. And it was just an idea that I had before we went on to do the Swafat tunnel. And we eventually discovered the way into Joy's tunnel. This bit here, we went into Joy's tunnel. And ended up into a cave that we later turned into the Lush Caves. A very lush area. And there's our storage room. I'll be renovating the storage room eventually, so do not worry about that. I have been talking about it for a while. but we will be renovating that very soon. Just this, build project just came over, me to do, and, that's what we're doing now. Very, nostalgic for the past, I tell you. That's what it is. Very nostalgic for the past. Oh, there's Tricano. Tricano's just having a little bit of fun. Alright. Yeah, we're not actually looking that bad here. We're not looking that bad at all. Actually, this floor will actually work quite well for this floor. Now that I'm looking at it. I think we'll probably have to push down the water a little bit by the one block bit. So that will not take us too long, but, Dracano will be unhappy. Dracano will be unhappy. But I don't think Dracano really minds. Also, that was so lucky that it was a Silk Touch shuffle. Could have been way worse there. I do need to sort out my backpack. I was hoping that we could do that before we had to do... Well, hoping to do that when we were working on, storage room, but... Wait, what? There we go. Sorry, I accidentally picked up the wrong thing there. I guess that could work. There we go. Let me just shove that in there now, and iron in there. Andesite, you know what, I will actually store some andesite in the backpack. Just at the moment. Oh, my nose is starting to become very bad. Wait 1 second. Sorry, just taking a nasal inhaler. Alright. That is not... Yeah, that's actually much better. Makes me sound a little bit normal. Oh no, poor Tanko, someone fixed their nose. Do not worry, I've fixed my nose now. It's a bit better now. It's a bit better now. But it might become leaky very soon. It sometimes does that. Alright, break that. Break that. I really need that as a backpack. Chuck that in there now. Yeah, that should do. And let me go grab that. Place that there. Break that, place that there. Leaky noses are so annoying, like that, or a stuffed nose is also bad. Yeah. I remember one episode that I just had such a bad nose. It wasn't even like a leaky nose, it was like I was sneezing constantly due to hay fever. Oh, that was a terrible episode. That was my VTuber Connect episodes. You know what, that was a great visual novel. I might actually do some more visual novels on stream. Just because it's been quite some time. We're actually playing through one that I've not played in quite a bit now. I do apologise for that, but the game kinda, singed me a bit. That I just did not want to continue. It really, like, a lot of trauma dumping. And that kinda just threw me off of it. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually looking not that bad. I haven't played many visual novels. I feel like I should play more, not gonna lie. Yeah, there is a lot of good visual novels out there. We've played a good few on the channel, actually. Sorry, I was trying to remember its name. If you give me 1 second, I'll actually go check. I'll go check. I'm looking for description, visual. Okay, so we were playing Fust Snow. We last played it back in like December, well not December, October of last year. That was the last episode, that being episode 13, Depressing Thoughts That Linger. That's what the episode title was. That's Pixel Gun. Oh, Dora-kun, that was a good game. Dr. Frank's Build a Boyfriend? Now that was a good one. That was a good one. Ah, I would recommend Breathless Winds. That's a good one. That's a good one, I tell you. Breathless Winds is a good one. I think it was actually still coming out at the time. 2 Seconds to Starlift. That was like a prequel game to like a love relationship. Or even Purgatory. I started that back in 2024, but I never continued it. It was a really good game. I really need to return back to it. I was going through my second playthrough of the game. Ghost Pie, that's a good one. Sorry, I'm just giving you all these. Breathless Winds sounds so cool. I will check it out. Hey. Breathless Wind is very good. Or Memories. Memories, that game hit like a truck. Like, you know, really hit like a truck, that game. Very emotional game. Reflexia? I really want to replay Reflexia. Yeah, we played so many. I think our first ever one was back in 2022. I feel like I did a terrible job of that. And it was Deluge Friend Non Day of Crashing Waves. I did that, and I did the second game. But I should really replay that game at one point. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. We're already at 27 minutes, you know. This episode's getting long already. There we go. There we go. And let me break that there. And we'll get that. But I feel like you'll enjoy Breathless Winds. Breathless Winds was a good one. We didn't really get too far into it because, you know, I think I was playing the demo. Yeah, I was playing the demo. But I left it off on a cliffhanger so more people would play the game because it does seem like a very genuinely good game. But definitely I will return back to it. All I've been playing is Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Dang, you have to play some more games than Legend of Zelda, you know. Tears of the Kingdom, you know, it's a good game, I tell you. I remember Aiden Zero playing for that game. And I remember Stampy Longnose. That was a good one. That was a good one, I tell you. Yeah, that's in the right spot. Sorry, I'm currently crafting it into a nice look over here. But I know I should probably chisel back some of these wall bits. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do. There we go. Tears of the Kingdom is fun. No, Tenko, I cannot stop playing it. I know, but it's a good game, I tell you, it's a very good game. But think about it, you could also play more enjoyable games in the long run, then. Oh, my nose. It is starting to leak now. So if you hear me sniffle like that, I do apologize. See Daisy. Yeah, I'll probably start lighting up the area a little bit. What I'm trying to do is kind of curve this wall here into something that's much more better curved than what I had before. Yeah, that actually should be good. So I'll just start chiseling this away. These walls have not been touched for so long as well. You know, it's weird, but we've been doing all these construction projects recently, and it's been a lot of the older builds that have been really getting it. Like the Magic Horse stables, this path out here that used to be the bridge that went across. A lot of them have been, changing quite a lot. Probably for, the best, I tell you, because a lot of them are very old. Yeah, we're definitely gonna do some pillar kind of things here, but I'm not sure if I can fit it in now. Future me problem, I tell you. Future me problem. Alright. With that kinda cleared out. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. That is not too bad. I should probably just start breaking this all away. This is a very large pile of gravel. Yeah, that's not too bad. Oops. Accidentally left a gaping hole there. Break that. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now, I tell you. I am getting distracted from speaking. So I do apologise for that. There we go. But yeah, we're definitely gonna have to head back down into the, what do you call it, area and go and fix my inventory, because we have a lot of junk in our inventory. A lot of junk. Maybe too much. Don't even worry, we love Tenko yapping. Alright, that's good to hear, that is good to hear. I yap quite a lot. But what could we talk about? I've been really interested in making my own soda, I tell you. My own drink. Been really interested in that for quite some time now. I even came up with some nice names for some of the drinks. Not sure if some of them will stick or not. We would like Quantum Storm for this very purpley reddish drink. Making your own soda is really fun. Do it, Tenko, you can do it. Well, I cannot do it, I tell you. Cannot do it now. I would like to do that at some point, I tell you. Like to do it at some point, but not now. Plus the ingredients are kinda expensive. Kinda expensive. Not too expensive, but just expensive. Especially when you have to go to different stores for just getting some different, ingredients. Hate when that happens, I tell you. Hate when that happens. Why do I carry the stone on me when I could just shove it in my shoulder? There we go. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. There we go. I just ordered all my ingredients off Amazon. It's a lot easier, not gonna lie. Yeah, I would say that is quite easy, but at the same time, Amazon does not have all the ingredients as well. And plus a lot of the ingredients you have to get fresh, not like delivered like normal. And that's super annoying, That's why I have to go for like a lot of the dried ingredient variants. It's just easier. Just easier. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. I should probably start by moving down the water a bit. place that there. Is that one there? No. I keep hearing that one Natulius. I think it's this Natulius. Yeah, it was that Natulius. The entire time it was just that one Natulius that was causing me so much ear ache, you know, from it, you know, continuously doing that. Okay, it looks like Drakeno's actually fighting it. That's what's happening. I think I could just hit it with like an axe and something. I'm not sure. Scorpion and fish fight, I know. It's a very weird fight. It's a very weird fight. Look at them go. Oh, that's funny. Gonna have to kill that Natuli somehow. And the dish seems to be whining. Fish. That seems to be its armor, because it's an armored, you know, fish. I cannot remember its actual name. It's a dinosaur. It's extinct now. No, Natulius, that's it. It actually says it right there, and I was forgetting it. Wait 1 second. We have to block up all the water now. There we go. Now I can just go like that. There we go. And now I can just break this like this. There we go. Yeah, that's actually not that bad. This would probably be a lot more simple than previous iteration. But what else could we talk about? Oh, also, you can start with smaller, easier sodas like cherry soda or something first, because even making a simple syrup is a bit annoying at times. Yeah, I actually do have a lot of syrups written down. Like I do wonder. Like I do have a question. Why do people, like, I want to make non-carbonated. That's one thing that I want to say. I want to make non-carbonated. There we go. I'm not also like substituting sugar as well. I'm also substituting sugar. Well, a lot of sugar in it. You know, substituting it for a little less than what normally is. But my question is I forgot my question. I wrote it down there like ages ago, the ingredients. And I have a pretty good, amount. I have like a cola-like one. But I want to make a, kind of like a dark chocolate styled color one. Kind of like rum or something. But that's a hard one to try and make. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting distracted right here, so if you give me 1 second. Yeah, that actually looks a little bit nicer for this area. Like, in the long run, this will look, extremely a lot more nice. I really wouldn't know, but you can try using stevia as alternate to sugar. I don't know how you would make a simple syrup with it, though, as I've never worked with it. Like, syrup is a very hard thing to make, but not really a hard thing to make. Let's see. Alright. Sorry, I was just checking up what stevia was. It seems interesting, but you know, I'd probably just keep to the normal sugar. Because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be using has a lot of natural sugar in it. You're not taking any damage, right? Hey. Sorry, I just had to make sure they weren't accidentally going to die to their own stupidity. But when I'm like creating it, I tell you, I plan on, what you call it? It's hard to explain. I plan on like substituting a lot of the ingredients so it's not as bad for you. Because a lot of them are very sugary. Now that's kind of my idea for like the long run. I know how to make the syrup. Okay, you put it in the water, you boil the water, add, well, not add sugar before you boil it, but add the sugar. Oh, now I'm messing up. My words do not want to work. Okay. So, the ingredients step by step is how you go with it is you add the sugar to some water, then you boil the water, and then you add in certain ingredients, and by the end of it you strain it all to create a syrup, but you strain it into a glass container, you wait for it to cool, then you store it in the fridge for 12 hours. And that's how the, you know, thing basically goes. But I wanted to make it, you know, as good as possible for like, you know, health stuff and all that. So that's my idea. If you need any help with any question, I'll do my best to help. Alright. That's good to hear. There's a lot of, you know, stuff that goes with it and very complicated, but you know, in the long run, I feel like I can do it. You got this, Tenko. I know you can do it. Thank you. I am quite looking forward to doing it at one point. There we go. What else can we talk about? Also, what time are we at? We're at 42 minutes, dang. We're at 42 minutes already. Didn't realize this build would, you know, tack on so much time. A pineapple soda would be nice. Hey. Pineapple was not too bad. I'm not like 100% fan of pineapple. But it's not a bad one at all. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get some green carpet to hide a lot of this, you know, glowstone. There we go. I'll just add that there. Alright, I'll end this episode off here, so hopefully you enjoy this. Have a nice day, safe, hope this will. Maybe some interesting because items, very important. Everybody say thanks for watching, bye bye.